Yeah, so that's what a quick gleam, a paraphrase of the notes that you're looking over. That's what this thing does. The Shapers don't know how it is. They don't know why it is. They just know that it is.
Now it's ours. Pocket all of that, certainly. You know what? Since we're here anyway, let's take a few. Let's take I have 2 bottles, I think. Do I have any bottles? No, I don't. Do anyone have potion bottles that they didn't break?
Here's an empty bottle. Do what you want with it.
It's
Right.
like people maybe had potions of healing and then drink those potions of healing, so you would have empty vials.
Yeah,
let's fill some of those with the water, shall we?
Okay,
Yeah, sure.
you can do so. I have no use for the bottle.
So I need to know how many vials or potions you're taking of this water with you.
I have 1 bottle.
I don't know how many bottles people have. I don't have any. So
I don't have
that's
any.
1.
I tend to give a bottle of wine on me, which I suppose we could drink now and then.
That's
I guess
poured in the sewer.
And I know Tempus had one, and he probably didn't bother to pick up the vial before he turned into a cube.
Right, so that's 3.
Yeah, 3 bottles.
I'll take 3 bottles of flesh spirit water.
Fleshius spiritus.
Of spirit to flesh water. Someone should really drink that, honestly.
No.
Sure, Dwohurim, go ahead.
Tempus?
I mean, if anyone's Fargus has the most hit points.
Now, before the realm disappears, let me go and fill as many sacks with, important books and papers as I can.
Yeah, I already grabbed gears.
Yes.
So
It's worth noting that as you are walking out into the cavern area, the floor and the ceilings and the walls, they're beginning to lose some of their opaqueness. They're becoming translucent.
by the way, DM.
Help me
What's up?
scoop some up here.
Looking in the blackness.
Still can't fucking make heads or tails out of that shit. Can't see a goddamn thing in there.
Leon
Please
will,
come help
curiously,
me.
Leon will curiously look at it a few moments confused.
Can Fargus sort of try to gather some crystals, or are they
You can snap off some crystals if you'd like. They still glow.
Yeah.
I have one. It was attached to my back for a while.
Yeah, they're effectively like glow sticks.
Ooh, I have a blue glow
Fargus
stick.
will grab some crystals. Maybe he can sell it at the Goblin Market later.
Help me
Maybe.
with this.
I'll help you fill a sack with books.
Scoop as many as we can. And when we feel like it's time to go, I guess we'll go.
How long would you like to stay?
When Leon really wants to go, I guess.
How long would Leon like to stay?
Right.
An hour?
No. Nope. Judd, looking at the walls, how long does he think he has before, the walls are going to be, completely transparent?
Make an assessment based on the speed of wall and ceiling and floor degradation.
Can I use my magical background?
Sure.
Intelligence-based?
Yes.
Uh,
I think the assessment of the total of half hour is correct. You guys spend some time. You got maybe 15 minutes. You'd be safe, and then you'll start punching holes through the floor with your feet.
yeah, 10 minutes. No.
Alright. Now we can get a lot of books and sacks in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Just scoop them up. Try to avoid the most burned
Leon is
parts.
surprisingly good at judging the breakdown of extra-dimensional planes.
Yes. But all too quickly in the frantic dash for, is this legible? Is this legible? Did I fuck this up with the Ray of Frost? The 10 minutes
Yeah,
pass.
whatever.
And the
And we
realm is most certainly becoming unstable.
take out leave here.
Huh.
You heard what the entire time you were in that room,
There's a
Leon.
statue in here.
The entire time you heard Leon muttering under his breath. 1, 2, 3.
He's still here. Come up with sacks with books.
Where's Fargus? Oh, no, not Fargus. Where?
The cube in Leon's back.
He's my cube.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, that's
Remember I have a section on my belt just
Oh,
for
these
storing
things are here.
cube.
The fountain is not here.
No, because we haven't solved whatever the fountain was.
Oh, well, that's shame. That's a shame.
Yes. Entering in here, you'll notice that within this void space, There is the in memoriam. There is the sort of monument dedicated to Rava, and you have a peaceful, sort of happy-looking Bosco Muggend. And you folks can shift yourselves back to the Dragon Hall map. You will be getting a full heal up, so you don't have to worry about caring for your stuff.
I need
And
the full heal.
Bosco says, "You did it. You finally did it, and after all this time, you put them at ease." Too long have I stood here. I remember now. I remember many things. You have done well, Shaper. The legacy of the second circle is yours.
What happened to the place? Is it gone forever?
It manifested itself as a corruption of the gem, as a corruption of the extra-dimensional space that it creates. Even now, with my greater understanding, I can't fathom it. It's beyond me. I studied magic more than machinery. My theory is that when the iron door broke, that it allowed fell magic to seep in through the hundreds of years, and what you saw was a manifestation of that fell magic. By putting the souls of the Shapers to rest, by conquering the evil, you have cleansed this extra-dimensional space, and made it fit for you to use. And by binding the door as powerfully as you did, Shaper, I think it would take a very, very strong adversary to hope to break it.
So it looks at the statue. It appeared here. Why?
These items were originally designed and kept here in this space. Before what you experienced and traversed through did not exist when we Shapers put these items here. We made the shrine, and he gestures behind him, to remember those who sacrificed their lives so that we could have this unmeasurable wealth. And we put that there, and he gestures towards the shrine, and it was recovered from the ruins as well. And we put that there in dedication for the goddess who made this all possible. Whether we worship her, we still recognize her.
In there was also a fountain that has not appeared here. Is that not real?
He shrugs and says, "I would not think so. A fountain is not something we had designed. If you encountered such a thing," he shrugs.
We'll look at the bottle, yes.
There's
still water in it.
The liquid is still there.
See, I have some of the liquid right here. Matter of fact. Seems real enough.
Well, and your wounds that you carry with you, those are certainly real enough as well. Just because the Shapers did not create them, doesn't mean that they did not have substance. They were just manifestations, your fountain included, of the energies that were swirling around through the space. That doesn't mean it's all bad. I'm sure you found a few good things as well, but just know that we Shapers did not provide them.
Very well then. Are you going to be staying here? Are you going to leave?
He thinks. I sense a change within the space. I think this memory can finally go to rest. He'll extend his hands, and sort of like swivel the air. He goes, yes, I think I can finally walk out that door, and if I am a spirit, go into the afterlife, and if I'm not, then I can finally forget.
Do you have any advice, anything we should know from your experiences in studying this place to continue the legacy?
The ostentatiously dressed gnome eyes you and says, advice? Only that this is an item so special we sacrificed 16 of our own to travel to the ruins of a wrecked flying island to salvage there. And we retrieved this, and it was worth every single life. And there will be those who seek to take it from you, to dissect it, and learn it, as they will attempt to dissect and learn you. You should not have been able to recreate that door. I have my memories back, and I saw it completely shattered. The fact that you restored that door to its full functionality, magic and all, enchanting it, even in such a short time, you're far more of a shaper than I was. Than anyone I know was.
I'm not sure what that means. I've always felt the natural ability to do so, but I suppose I had never thought of it that way.
You have a great gift. One that so few people could even hope to understand. And one that, as far as I'm aware, is unique. Treasure it. Treasure it to the point that you fight for it, to prevent others from taking it from you.
Nods. Slowly. I definitely will. Perhaps I can restore more of this place. Looks around a little hopeful.
The gnome shrugs. Maybe you will. My only hope is that you don't allow it to fall into the hands of a dragon.
Sort of pales slightly. Sire, try not to. Most certainly. Can the center location be moved?
We tried to relocate it once we discovered that monsters were attacking the city, and we failed. But perhaps you, who are beyond me and the rest of the Second Circle, could perform such a feat. But there, you're on your own.
He nods. Very well. I attempted to get some papers and notes and books from inside. I looked at the sack. Are the rest of them gone now?
Oh my. I don't remember us having time to leave that much back here. That's interesting indeed. I mean, when the attack came, I put a few things in here, but I put them in a chest. I don't recall leaving that much.
Sift through them. It's a chance. It seems like there was more than what was left in there. Is this place a magical item, then? Could I talk to it?
Again, the gnome shrugs. I don't know. It's never talked to me, but then again, I exist in this reality, and I'm able to understand it, somehow. In a sense. I don't really know.
Sure.
Maybe you can.
I will certainly try. I thank you for this. I will remember your legacy. It will never be forgotten.
The gnome actually has a few tears come to his transparent eyes. That is precisely what I wanted.
Sherm looks to the memorial site, trying to pass the names into memory.
And Bosco will begin walk hovering towards the iron door.
Sherm will actually follow him there, walking next to him.
He is able to reach out and open the door. Well, here goes. Edge is outside looking back to see whether he's going to get teleported back in. He looks back at Dwohurim, and the transparent body fades.
Sherm closes his eyes for a moment, just giving a little moment of silence for the long dead gnome. Then he leaves the room as well. For the others to follow him. We'll close the iron door.
You close it.
Lock it with the key.
Alright. It is sealed.
Go up and, well, because why not? He still has those utility spells. He'll try to use it to cast Speak with Item on the orb.
Oh, that reminds me. As Liam walks out, by the way, he'll dump the bag of gears he collected and the books on the ground.
Sure. It allows me to speak briefly, mind to mind, with a magical item that I'm touching. It can be owned by me or by an ally. And yeah, if the conversation go well, I can talk it into giving a free power recharge roll. But that's not really what I'm interested in here. Or just to talk to this.
To attempt something like this, you would need to perform the spell as some kind of ritual.
I will do that. A ritual, would that... It takes me 1 slot to cast the spell.
In this particular case, you wouldn't. You would have to basically.
It doesn't really matter because we're gonna rest afterwards.
Right.
Just for the future.
I think that it would consume like that one utility thing, and not all of your other utility things.
I'm willing to expend both because I know we're gonna sleep afterwards. So.
But just for mechanics-wise, I think it'll only expend one of the utility things, and not all of them.
All right. Sure.
Go ahead and use your.
And I will also use a ritual component.
Okay. Time won't matter so much here. You're basically late night anyway. Go ahead and give me a 1d20 plus your level, plus your intelligence modifier, plus your background, your magical background.
Plus the ritual component, right?
Yes.
Alright, come on. Good roll. That's not a good roll.
Dwohurim attempts it, and he thinks that he could gain more. He's able to establish contact with a serene presence, which washes over his mind enough to momentarily dull the pain throbbing at the back of his mind. But in order for him to have any shot of having a full conversation with this, Dwohurim's confident that he's going to have to make the thing whole, like putting all the gears in their proper places so that the machine's fully functional.
But this seems to be a thing that could be done.
Yes, this appears to be a thing. It's draining to the extent that a ritual does have to be done, as this is beyond a normal magical item, but it is within Dwohurim's possibilities.
Right then.
And in a 20 or higher will be good enough once the machine is fully repaired. At this point, a 20 is not good enough because it's broken still.
Well, he will look longingly at the gears and the and like the papers and such, wishing to begin to dig through them right now, but feeling the fatigue on his body, people sort of force himself this time to go to bed, remembering what happened last time he got lost in work. He'll get some rest, dreaming of sweet possibilities.
Is there anything you others wish to do before the session ends?
Numb the pain of having no recoveries.
Fargus will spend some time with this new dog friend.
Okay.
But then he will go to bed after that.
How much alcohol is there here?
Could also talk a little to my pony, just keep him from being lonely.
Sure. I mean, there was enough alcohol to basically like supply like a gang of like 24 people for a month. It's not exactly expensive or even like middle quality. There's a bunch of like cheap booze, cheap wine, ale.
Leon's goal is just numb the pain.
He can work towards that. All right, that will be a session ender then. As noted, you'll be getting a full heal up. You'll also be getting another incremental advance.
Ooh. I mean, I when we were down there, the first battles, I was like, this is not that hard. Then there was fucking flame monsters, and then the other ones were split. Ugh.
Yes, those would not have been so difficult if the party had stuck together.
Yep.
You know, GM, you have to admit it was more entertaining.
I was like, alright, they're going to split in 2 groups of 2. This is going to be great.
I mean, would you rather Fargus went by himself?
Up to you guys. Whatever.
We might have lost.
See, the dexterity check was basically a will you aggravate the Fellforged who are hiding deep within the books. And, yes.
I mean, it was good, because you might not have found them otherwise.
Oh, there happens to be things inside here. When we only have 5 minutes left.
You're still having cleansed the place. We're like,
Like,
what else to do? Smash the gargoyles?
those guys could have been completely ignored. You could have cleansed the place and just left, and they would have disappeared into the void.
Oh, okay.
And they were not named, unlike all of the other entities that you fought.
Everything worked out anyway. You're
Yes.
fully rested.
The books were basically to provide a clue for you in case you needed it with putting the spirits to rest, which I figured would need a few clues. I was very sly with referencing the calendar before the start of the session.
You sure was.
Like, basically, the moment I saw that there, I was like, wait, months, why did he...
I
God
actually
damn
got
it,
the
does-
first 3 correct, but that was purely like incidental on me guessing for like advanced number systems between them.
If you had just tried like random combinations, they would have, like, the ones that were correct would have fused on the appropriate lines, and the rest ones would have just been erased. So if you had kept spitballing names at it, you could have brute forced your way past it. I just would have taken a long time.
Yep.
Alright, well.
So there's a way past it even without the puzzling thing, and it's fine with me. I was so fucking amused by like my idea, and I'm like, I'm just gonna slip this calendar in. Oh, someone asked for this, and there you go, guys.
Nobody did.
No one did. Nope. Not since like early in the campaign. I think it was Sheep who like asked back around like session 2 or 3 for a calendar. I'm like, here you go.
Well, now he know. Oh, wait, no, he doesn't.
No.
So what about that fountain, huh? Or this water that has some spirit flesh conversion?
Yeah.
So that
I
is
don't know
energy
about that.
drinks, maybe?
That I can't tell you anything about because it's still in play.
We'll go into the place again, and then we'll see if we can find it again. Oh. There's lots of things you want to do now.
Yeah, so go ahead.
Fargus just kind of want to find out who that demon girl guy was.
You know, you just go out in the city looking for demon girls, and I will be here trying to make dragons not find this place.
Oh, I am so happy if you folks choose to like go solo and
split up again.
Like whenever like Gryph said that he wanted to do it, I'm like, all right, make like a fucking stealth check basically to keep yourself in the city. And if he had failed, I would have put a combat on him.
But you wouldn't kill someone when they were out alone, right?
If the party intentionally does something stupid by separating and going out solo, I mean,
I was about to call out like, you know, like does Leon see him going?
Do we do our roles now, our relationship die, or is that not something we do anymore?
Yes, you would do your icon relationship dice rolls.
Right.
I'm not sure whether that's like clapping or bubble wrap or.
that was me drinking from a plastic bottle and just be sucking the air out.
Okay, I thought he was like applauding, be like, yeah, if he goes out solo, he should fucking die.
I mean, it was a silly decision, but you know.
Yeah,
It worked out.
I did.
I got my potion, so I didn't have -2 to everything forever, which is terrible. So who goes first with the relationship rolls then?
You guys can do it whatever order you want.
Alright. That's nothing.
Nothing?
It's nothing. Dark
Could we
5, 5, 5,
finally
5.
be at peace?
Finally at your peace, you say. Just because you said that, icon relationship point, an incremental advance.
Yes, that triggers after this session, so you're still rolling 3 dice instead of 4.
Damn. Oh well. Oh well. Well, that's
a good thing!
Alright.
No strings attached.
No, 1/6 can probably be dealt with.
Archmage, I miss you.
You have a dream where it's like, don't touch the dagger for all you do. Do not
And,
touch the damn dagger.
let me go ahead and handle
There.
sheets.
Then Gryph disconnected.
A 6 and a 5. Conflicted 5.
Blame
Not
sheep or whatever happens.
even a positive 5, it's a conflicted 5.
Okay.
Which is going to be depressing.
Do I want more powers though? I don't really know if I do need more powers right now.
I was going to say, like, how would...
Honestly, I don't use the ones I have.
Maybe pick a champion feat?
Yeah, I thought about
You can
that.
take a champion feat.
I loved, like, you're basically like, I can't find a fitting situation for my force salvos.
The thing is,
There are not many weak enemies that I can blow up. God.
yeah, I had similar problem where it's like, I never had a good opportunity to use my AoE, so it's like,
I also have a lightning bolt, but I used that because I was like, force salvo is much better than lightning bolt, and it is to some degree. But these like one big enemy, yep, not my game.
Let's see, if I took an extra spell, that actually would give me that, which is like,
And I also want to note, like, how those 2 clockwork devils, I mechanically needed to add more in order for that to be balanced. Those fell forged, I also needed to mechanically add more. So if I put all of those enemies together, that would have been a good battle. A balanced battle.
It's fucking impossible. Blowing up shit. We need some of these kind of things to guard our base.
Yeah.
Like someone could just go out
we
there
should-
and just
we
find
should
like
capture them.
fiery explosions everywhere.
Can I get a creature that, as it's dying, it makes 3 attacks for 45 damage each? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, could I summon that? That'd be nice. Can you do that, Fargus? Like
Summon
summon a
Clockwork
fell
I
Devil.
can
forge?
actually get, as a champion feat, I can get when an elemental drops to 0 hit points, it one enemy who's engaged with it takes damage equal to your level plus double your wisdom modifier. So that's basically.
Yeah, but that's not summoning a clockwork devil. That.
And it doesn't
No,
shoot
no.
free fire breaths as a free action.
no,
Just
that's kind of no.
maddening.
In this game, you know, it had the opportunity to be very swingy. Team PC ended up on the lucky side today. I know, despite the fact that you guys lost so many recoveries. Could have been worse.
Now I need to change my.
So
my
a
feat.
champion feat would be force salvo champion, which is on a miss, a bolt deals miss damage equal to my level. But that's like 4 damage and a miss. Who cares, right?
well, technically that means 4 damage keeps stacking up on the your primary target who you missed.
But 4 damage
know,
though.
I
When I
know.
use it in power force, that's like a 10%
I know.
a miss, which is just it feels a little sad.
Yes. Keep in mind that you can't pick a champion tier feat unless you have the adventure tier feat for that thing, unless there is no adventure tier feat for that thing.
I need to change one of my adventure tier feats to the Druidic
My
Summoning.
adventure tier feats are good, but the champion tier feats are not good for that thing. Why didn't you change my tactics in some way?
Yeah. So what did you folks think about the session?
I liked it.
I liked it. I liked it because there's a lot of focus on my character, obviously. So, and that's always nice.
Certainly was.
to be the special person.
And if your 5s had been 6s, you wouldn't have to go through all that fucking rigmarole to get this thing working. There would have been no corruption of fucking essence and shit and extra dimensional
We had a
space
fun
would have been
session
crazy.
for it. Now we also got like weird water and books.
Weird water and books.
I call it a win, all in all.
You learned the quintessential experience of don't split the party until you forget again.
Until we forget again. Which we will.
That's what players do. They get all high and mighty and then all of a sudden, wow.
Just gonna make a flashing text like huge, don't split the party.
Just like a post-it note right on your monitor. Don't split the party.
Should we? And then you look at it like, I mean, could it be that? Also, these damn things moving away from me so I can't counter magic them. Yeah. To be nearby creatures casting spells.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah, I suppose that could be a pain in the
There's a
ass.
counter magic you. I want to use my thing. See, I would take champion feat so I can use more counter magic, 2 per battle, but I'd never use 1.
Yeah.
So
They would have gotten closer if you hadn't so thoroughly fucking wrecked them.
I'm just moving up like, get in here. I want to hit you with my blade.
That's when they're like, no, I'm good. Just fucking backpedal. Brave enough to sacrifice their lives.
Take the evocation champion feat to re-roll an attack roll that was equal to or less than the escalation die.
You could.
But I almost always use those when I have 0 escalation die anyway.
You do. You like to open up strong.
That would be pretty dumb. Some way. What's the champion feat for that ranger thing I had? From at will cleric spells. Those are bad though. So
For you.
why not that? Is there something from Cure Wounds maybe? That has nothing. All right.
You hit some of the greatsword this session. That was good,
I
Manaki.
did. I hit some of the greatsword. I mean, it's probably happy now. Like you actually used me.
It's very disappointed in having been bound effectively to a fucking wizard, and it wouldn't be hard to persuade to unbind it. Essentially, you don't really value it.
It's only slightly worse than my Ray of Frost. But at least we don't waste it, and I can still use it if I'm like using all my Ray of Frost for like a ritual or something. Which was the problem in that living dungeon. I had nothing except for my spells. When I used my at wills for like rituals, I was like, I don't magic missile. Not glorious. Not at all glorious.
It's good that you enjoyed yourselves. I know that this was another side questy type thing, and when you talk with sheep, so how much effort did you make towards like exploring like why we're really here in Dragon Hall?
Like no, that doesn't matter anymore. We have got this awesome planar thing.
We found out one thing though.
Now
We're
we'll
being hunted
travel the
still.
seas of like Skyland.
Yes, thank you, Train, for the input.
Yes, Train. Very valuable input.